Hey friends, welcome to my channel. I'm Stacy. I'm going to wrap up the month of January 2026. He's never going to have his cycle. He's never going to experience. And I like this book. I really love that book, but I'm interested to see. I don't say they drug for the family, but they were very fancy. But I will read this book, give it a chance and see. You know, Kindle, I downloaded February. So I have the first 3 books of those, which I do plan to read soon. Let's wrap up the month of January 2026. Also, I'm going to be doing my TBR list for February. Let's start with this wrap up. I had a good reading month. I read 9 books this month. The first book, it was The Neverlist. Neverlist was by Jade Presley, and it is the book club pick that I picked to host, which we're doing that this Sunday. And I will update y'all after the book club meeting what my true rating is for that, because I couldn't post that video because I have members in the book club and I didn't want to spoil anything, so I saved that. Now, my bonus book that I read, it was The Favorites, and I have a video for that one too. It's coming out after the book club meeting because, again, I couldn't spoil it for people who are in the book club meeting that's reading it. Meaning I didn't want to give my opinion about the book online before we talked about the book in person. Next, I read The Storm. I bought this book at Barnes & Noble the day it came out. I was waiting for it for months. It's by Rachel Hawkins. And after I saw her book tour, New Orleans was on there for January the 26th, I think. And I was like, New Orleans, I have to go see my girl. So it was at a decent time. Right once I got off from work, I went to the bookstore and I posted a video about me meeting Rachel Hawkins, but I already read the book and got them all signed. All 5 of her books that I read, she signed each one of them, and we took pictures, and that's in the video as well. Now, the next book that I read, it was, everyone was blasting a trending book that became a Netflix series, which was His and Hers by Alice Feeney. I don't even remember the lady name. I didn't have the physical book. I got it on my Kindle Unlimited. So I read that book. It took me, 3 days to read it, and we watched the Netflix series or whatever it was for like a couple days. And comparing the two, of course, the book is always better. They left a whole lot of backstory in that show. So I do recommend y'all reading that book too if you haven't. And it's different. The major difference for me, it was a small town in Georgia in the show, but it was like a small town in the UK in the book. So that was kind of different in their mindset on what's going to happen, how it's going to happen. And the mother, like her involvement in the story was different. I would say read His and Hers. Very good. The next book I got that I read, I wanted to jumpstart my Black History Month. So I read Love Requires Chocolate. And this was a young A, like a YA book. And it's very cute. I would definitely recommend that book. Her name was Raven K. Springfield. Yeah, she did a great job when she did that book. The next book that I read, it was When No One Is Watching by Alyssa Cole. And this is my 3rd book that I read by Alyssa Cole. So she writes controversial topics, and that book was very controversial about gentrification in neighborhoods and a lot of race and the different people gentrifying communities and stuff like that. That one, I DNF'd that book. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I DNF'd that book. She's gonna be at BookCon, so I was trying to read and find something that I like by her, and her writing style, it just goes way, it's me, it's not her. It just goes way over my head, and I just am like, girl, what? Oh, okay. I don't know what her creativity is coming from, but the tone of the book is kind of aggressive for me and kind of preachy, and I just don't like that type of book personally. And no offense to the author, because I don't know her to like or not like her, just the writing on itself is just not my cup of tea. Now, I did read Trevor Noah's book, which I always say, oh, everyone should read this book. And I recommended it to my friend and she loved it. And I didn't even read the book because they talked about it on like a show or something. And Trevor Noah's book, it was really good. Born a Crime. I rated that book 5 out of 5. And it's a memoir. And I don't pick apart a memoir. And I don't really like to rate them, but that book was really good. Just like I'm Glad My Mom Died. That book was good. I liked Spare by Harry. He did a good job. But Trevor Noah, his story is just like chef's kiss. Along with Shonda Rhimes, The Year of Yes, that book was great too. But he did his thing in his memoir. Like he had a little bit of like his humor in it. And his banter. He's African, South African. And he talked about his parents and his grandma and his house and his living situations and stuff like that as he grew up from childhood to be successful as he is now. But he wasn't so much talking about his success. He was talking about his upbringing. So that was very good. I also read a book called Cutthroat. It was like a novella. It was on Kindle Unlimited. And one of my book club members recommended me to read that. And I don't remember the author's name, but I will post it in this video. And I am currently reading for my local book club. It's not mine personally. It's my, the bookshop. Don't Let Him In. And I voted on this book. So I'm reading that by Lisa Jewell on the Kindle. So I didn't buy the book. I didn't buy any books. These books were from my shelf. Oh, wait, no. I did buy The Storm by Rachel Hawkins. But on this list that I talked about, came from my shelf. Love Requires Chocolate. That was the $3 out of the 5 for 15 out of Checking and Charles. So that one was bought too. So of this list, I bought 2 books and I read them. Now, moving on to my TBR list. Next month is Black History Month, we all know. And it is the 100th year anniversary is what we're claiming for this year. Since Black History Month was created in 1926. Is it 100 years? Maybe so. Yeah. So, and I want to focus on the Black History Month books, but not just Black History Month, because I read Black books or African American books all year. So it's not just a month for me, but I also read a little bit of other race, other cultures as well. So last month I read Love Requires Chocolate, When No One Is Watching, and Trevor Noah's book, and Cutthroat. Those are all in the, I guess, like Black books, if you want to call them that. And then the others were like UK, His and Hers, Lisa Jewell. The Never List was a fantasy, and the favorites was just like American. And I have a bone to pick with that book too. But we're going to get into that mess when I start uploading these videos, because I had a time reading this month. I read 2,172 pages. It was 1 fantasy book, 1 literary fiction, mystery. 3 mysteries, romance, YA, a memoir. I read a little bit of everything. Novella. Okay, Stacy, you read a little bit of everything last month. So this TBR that I'm gonna read for February is gonna be Don't Let Him In by Lisa Jewell. It's leading into this because it's like, well, no, that's gonna be a part of January because I'm gonna be finished with that like in a day or 2. Project Hail Mary. That one is getting read because that's what my next book club member is picking. And I think it's going to be the Remarkable Bright Creatures. It's going to be up next for the other book club meeting that I'm going to. And let's see, what do I have on my list? So this is my tentative, I'm going to say TTBR, tentative to be read list that I have. And it is Leaving Atlanta by Terry Jones. We Whipped the World Apart by Charlene Carr. House of Eve by Sadiqa Johnson. Meridian by Alice Walker. Salvage the Bones by Jasmine Ward. Possibly I may read Seeing the Buried Scene. I don't know this yet. That one, I'm on the fence with that one. And then Washington Black, which is a show on Netflix. And all of those are African American or Black authors that I plan to read the month of February. And if I get to them, I will. But those are going to be my from my TBR list that I have from home. Yeah, we got books at the house this year. And I was reading books of the authors that are going to be at BookCon, like Alyssa Cole and Tracy Dion. So I had this book from a haul, and I thought it was book 1, but it's book 2. And then I got this one, book 3, because I saw this like on sale or something. And I was like, I thought it was like the book 1. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So now I got to get book 1 before I go to BookCon, because I do want to read those books, and those are real popular. Everybody loves them, and my book club members recommended me to read those. So I'm missing book 1, and it should be here today. And those are big chunks of books, but they seem like they read well and they read fast. So I'm excited about getting into Tracy Dion, and I've never read anything by her yet. And this was on my shelf at home, but I had the wrong book. You know, I hate when they don't put, well, she did put on there, but you can't see it. It says book 2 in Legendborn Cycle. And I don't know why I thought that was the book Blood Mark, but I'm really missing the Legendborn. So I'll read that one, and then I'll get back with y'all with more books. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good rest of your day.